We are live here, Casey Cox, KHLC Sports Radio Network. I'm on scene, on location, live in Casa Grande, Arizona, where I've been on the road traveling, and there was a fire, major fire that came out and about over the scanner and through an app that I have called Pulse at the Bungalows here on Florence. There's two bungalows here in Casa Grande. It's the Bungalows on Florence, the one that has caught fire. It is a back apartment. I'm not sure I can make my way that way. I'm going to try. You can see the smoke, and you can see the fire trucks on the scene blowing it this way. We have Casa Grande PD here. We have a sheriff on location, it looks like. Several fire trucks and fire crews on the scene working. You got a fire truck sitting back there even that's waiting to come in. Several Casa Grande PD, Casa Grande Fire Department, EMTs, EMSs. We are here, we are live at a fire. See the cop running as the smoke is getting thicker. I'm even having to cover my eyes and my face to get away from the smoke. I'm going to try to circle around and try to get a better view on what this fire actually is, as it is back in the back of the complex and has made it a little harder to get to. So I'm going to try to go around this other side over here real quick. You got the Casa Grande Fire Marshal Fire Chief here, Battalion Chief that is, here from Engine Ladder 501. So I'll try to get over here to this back side of this so I can maybe get a better view of the fire itself and the structure itself that has caught fire. These are still being built, so a lot of these homes are empty and still under construction, which is the good thing. But I believe this one was being lived in. As there it is, the smoke's rolling out. It's one of the two-story bungalows out here on Florence. I'm not going to get any closer than this as the smoke is rolling out. Hi, Manny. Thank you for coming in. Hit that thumbs up on your way in or on your way out, either one. Again, Casey Cox, KHLC Radio Network right here. Live and on location at a major fire at the Bungalows on Florence. Two complexes called the Bungalows here in this city. This one's still newly under construction still. I think the other one is still under construction to a point too. But this one is barely being lived in by anybody. There's just a few people, I think, that have moved in here. A lot of this, again, like I said, is under construction. There is a major fire. I got the notification first through Pulse, an app that gives community updates through the fire departments. The fire departments send out all their medical and traffic collisions and structure fire through this app. And I heard it go off and looked at it, and then it came across the scanner as well. Decided I'd head out here and see what it was. And this is it, and there's smoke rolling, still rolling as we speak, out of the roof of this building, as you can see. Trying to give them their room to work. and be respectful while filming. If they tell me to back up, I will. But I do want to try to get as... You can just see the smoke billowing out. Again, this is a fire in Casa Grande, Arizona. I was on the road. I heard it come through. And you can kind of see the... Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Trying to give you the room you need there, guys. They're telling us to move back a little bit in case...
What's your name?
Casey.
What are you doing here?
I'm live. Doing a live.
Doing what live?
Doing a live of the fire.
So you're homeless, right?
No, I'm not homeless.
Where do you live?
I live here in Casa Grande.
Where?
Down on Pinal.
Because you look like one of the homeless guys
No.
rolling around here.
No. I'm not homeless.
Okay.
I run a news station, independent news media. I was just driving through town and heard the fire, came to see what it was about. Motherfucker, tell me I look homeless. Fuck out of here. You fucking look homeless, you homeless fuck. Stupid motherfucker. Kiss my fucking ass. There are still flames shooting from the roof of the building as they're trying to bring in another fire truck, it looks like, maybe a ladder to get up in there. Was this a unit that was still under construction or was it being lived in? Not sure.
You know about as much as you do.
Okay.
Fire.
Independent media, I'm just trying to get a update.
I assume just because of the stickers on the window.
It's still under construction. Yeah, that'd be my assumption too. Get over here. Come over. What are you doing here? I'm independent media. You look like one of the homeless guys that hangs out here. Really, I look homeless. You look fucking homeless. Like, what the fuck is the difference in my shorts and yours? Like, fucking call me homeless, motherfucker. It's probably what it was, though. A homeless person trying to break in there. Ooh, that fire is ablaze, and you can see the flames. Flames still coming out the top of it as we speak. Fucking people. I swear. Newly constructed home, now gonna need reconstructed again. Again, Casey Cox here, KHLC Radio Network, live on YouTube. This video will be on my Facebook page as well, and it will probably be on my partner's website if he wants to put it up there as well, flashmediasports.com. Even though it is a sports website, we do other things as well. They must be inside punching a hole through the roof trying to get to that, because the flame keeps getting bigger and bigger.
We don't know yet. The fire department here, they're breaking through the roof right now.
There must be crews up there breaking through the roof to get that fire out, because that flame keeps getting bigger and bigger. And it did look semi-contained to a point up until this point. Are you one of the construction guys that works on these?
Plumbers, yeah. I was the first one on.
You know how this started?
What was that?
Do we know how it started at all?
I got here and I went to go check that house right there, and I got out of my truck and I smelled smoke, and then next thing you know, I looked over and this was going.
So it could have been something in there, electrical or something maybe?
Could have been electrical.
Homeless person break in, something? Maybe that's why that guy was tripping on me and saying I was a homeless.
Well, because they've had it here before. They've had homeless people here before, and one of the other units starting fires and stuff.
No, I guarantee you I'm not homeless. I drive that fucking Mazda that's back there.
Sweet.
I got as close as I could.
Yeah.
I'm independent media. I just try to make a little bit of a living doing videos.
Hell yeah.
Do some news reporting, do some sports broadcasting.
Nice.
A few different things I do. So
yeah, are you on TikTok live right now?
YouTube.
YouTube live?
Yep.
Sweet.
KHLC Sports Radio Network.
KHLC. KHLC?
Yep.
Okay.
Right, Sparky? Everyone looks homeless anymore. I guess they've had some issues with some homeless people in this complex getting into some of these units and starting fires, so maybe that's why the guy earlier was tripping out on me, because he said I look like a homeless dude that sticks around here, but...
This ladder's gonna take care of it. Hey, Chief, let's wait and see what happens with the ladder.
Well, thank God I was the first one here at Florence this morning. I got a house on fire. Back here in Florence, right here in Casa Grande next to Walmart. Yeah, the house is fully fucking cold. Yeah. Letting it burn right now. I'm trying to put it out, but it's on fire.
They've got a ladder up in the sky, but the thing is, the structure is back in the very back behind two other units. So they're gonna have to use that ladder hose to spray over the other two units to try to hit that fire. Right, Sparky? Next time I'll have to put my suit and tie on when I come out.
Yeah, the roof collapsed over here.
Oh, yep. The roof collapsed. We have a collapse of the roof. As you see right there, the roof has finally collapsed in right there. And they're trying to get that ladder as close as they can so they don't have to shoot over as many homes. There's 2 homes at least before the one on fire. It's not like they can pull an engine truck up in here and get a ladder right up next to it either. As the layout here, as I show you, it's kind of a very narrow layout. So it'd be hard to get a truck up and through here to really put anything major on this fire. So it is a little bit of a battle for the fire department to try to get the proper equipment and proper personnel to come at this fire. You still see them. By the time this thing is done, it's going to be a full loss, unfortunately. I do believe. And it's going to take them a long time to reconstruct and clean up this one, if they decide to rebuild this one at all. Trying to get it with the water right now, but that one ain't reaching. That one ain't powerful enough. But now that fire has sunken into the home itself as the roof has collapsed. Again, we are at 1821 North Florence, Casa Grande, Arizona. It's called the Bungalows on Florence. They are connected to the Bungalows on Cottonwood, by my understanding. We have engine 504, engine 503, engine 501, all on scene, as well as the ladder 503, engine 504, engine 501, and another engine 504 down there as well. Looks to be a smaller rescue unit. Yep, that fire is raging. And the smoke is black. Instead of like a gray smoke like it had been, it is now turning black, which means I believe that fire has now dipped farther into that structure under that roof. I'm going to try to get an interview with somebody as soon as this thing is over with to ask what exactly the call was that they got and how bad the fire was from inside the structure. Because there's not a lot that they can do right now. They've got a ladder up in the sky trying to figure out how they're going to get that water to that unit. This unit is in the very back of the complex. Like the very, 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 very back end of the complex. And it is like the very last house behind a set of like 3 or 4 different bungalows. So it's a matter of trying to decide and figure out exactly how they're going to come at it. They did have a roof collapse as well. So I think that backed them off for a minute to try to figure out how they were to assess and figure out how they were going to approach it now with the roof collapse. Whereas before, the roof was still intact and the fire was just barely coming out of the roof. The roof has now collapsed pretty much totally, it looks like. And the flames are prevalent through the top of the roof. I'm trying to give these guys their space and let them work, Steve. I have already went up and asked a police officer what the deal was, and they don't know quite They said they know just as much as we do. And here you go. This is why people were standing around right here. Because they're bringing a ladder in so they can get it on the building and get up there with a hose, most likely. They can't use the ladder because the ladder can't extend far enough and that water does not spray far enough. They tried it and it was only hitting this second house. Okay, so they're going to go up on top of this second bungalow here and try to fight it from the roof to the roof, it looks like. We've got several fire engines here from several different fire departments within Casa Grande. We have at least one truck from the very north department on North Pinal. Because I was coming into town that way and the fire left me from that station. The other ones are from right here close by on Florence and we're the first on scene. Part of the fact that they don't have any urgency is that these are not occupied units. These units back here are still under construction and being built. So nobody was living in this unit. This unit was an empty unit. I did get that verification from the construction workers on site. First one on site and the one that called 911 to get the fire department here. He's actually right across from it in another building over there. He was in that one right there, was checking something with the plumbing with it, and smelt smoke, stepped outside and saw that, and called the fire department. Well, they have had that issue in this area of homeless breaking into some of these other units and starting fires. So, again, I think that's why the guy that asked me, who am I and where am I from, I had to tell him I live here in town because it's really none of his freaking business. But I understand it. He's a construction worker and he's worried that I might be the homeless guy who started the fire, but I'm not homeless. Wife, 3 kids, married, and have a house. Oh no, they know for a fact that this one has not spread. It has been contained to this one unit. They're going up on that unit with a hose, as you can see. And he is to start spraying that fire with the hose from the roof of this other unit. There you go. Give you a good view of that right there. And now they have the pressure nozzle from the ladder spraying as well as with the hose. And we're getting a rainbow out of the fire, guys. A rainbow coming out of the house and out of the fire. Look at that. That's pretty amazing.
Have you go back over here, please?
Yeah. Fire marshal just asked me to back up. Yo, WPG Freedom, nice to see you. And I know I tried to get this in the landscape and I messed up with the settings. My bad. I was in a hurry to get here and in a hurry to get it started so that I could catch it all for all you guys. No, Janie, luckily this is not my neighborhood. This is a community not too far away from where I live. I was driving through and heard this come through scanner this morning and saw it come across an app that I have as well. So I decided to come on out and give it a view. So they did have water coming from the ladder, but I don't know what the issue was there. They also had a hose up top that they no longer have up top. So changing game plans again, it looks like, as they're still trying to really figure out what's the best way to approach this. Probably because of the angle of the roof and where the flames are now coming from.
Can I please have you step back?
You asked me that now 3 fucking times and I've stepped back every time you've asked, dummy. These guys do not like media in their way at all, but they're gonna have to get the fuck over it. I'm not in their way of doing their job. I have every right to be standing and filming.
What? No. Let you go up. At all?
Okay, now they do have the hose back on the roof, spraying into the fire there. We have white smoke now, which I believe means progress. We have white smoke, which means progress. They about have it out. I'm gonna go back and walk on the other side and film it from the other side then. These motherfuckers wanna keep fucking telling me I gotta goddamn move. I'm motherfucking media. So they can fuck off. So I'll fucking come over here and film it from over here then. Worried about a pipe bursting. Them hoses aren't gonna fucking burst, bro. This ain't my first fire scene. Fuck them. Get them from right here then. You can hear all the buzzes of their
Hey, bro. Cabin is closed on. Can you get back a little ways?
They have something that they can open up because of the poor water pressure.
These motherfuckers, man, I'm telling you what. Worst goddamn fire scene I've ever been on. I know the fucking dangers, bro. Get the fuck back. These guys really don't like anybody filming it, seems like, but they can get over it. Oh, there's a good view right there. Yeah, there's